The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, tell there are no rich no more.
Welcome to Pot Talk, everybody. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Paul.
This is Jeremy.
Okay, first subject. How about the bridge down in Florida?
Yeah, it seems it's hot on everybody's mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's everywhere. I couldn't turn on the fucking TV.
Yeah,
The people that designed it also designed the Zakim Bridge on the Big Dig in Boston.
Yeah.
It's a nice bridge.
It's
really
pretty to
is.
look at, yeah.
But they gave it a stress test, and it found out one of the hooks broke while they were doing the middle of a stress test, and it fell. Why they were doing a stress test with cars below them is beyond me.
Did they get an official?
That was just dumb.
Did they get an official count on how many people got killed?
None. They refused to give out a number.
Oh, really? So it's a good amount, then, I'm going to assume.
Well, they said
Right.
8 cars got trapped underneath.
Right. So there was nobody actually on the bridge that died.
No, there was construction workers or whatever, but that was it. They just, like I said, they were doing a stress test, so there was nobody on it.
Okay. All right. So, because when I heard the story, I'm like, what was it? Like a gazillion people on this bridge? I figured it was like an old bridge.
That's what I thought when I first heard
And
it.
there was like a shitload of people on it, and it just gave way.
No.
And then I heard it was a brand new bridge. I'm like, what do you
A
mean?
piece of equipment broke on a crane, and it fell down and hit the bridge and collapsed it.
Jesus Christ. Wow. We have really become a fucking dumb group of people, haven't we?
Right?
Where's OSHA when you need him?
Yeah. Where was OSHA? Oh, I know. They were at some guy's little fucking mom and pop store fucking giving them shit for having pallets.
Again, they're using the wrong stuff. Why would they use cement and rebar when they should be using wood?
Because cement and rebar lasts a lot longer.
I don't care, but then do it every 10 years. But you got all that weight. Same thing in the Big Dig.
For
In the
steel
tunnel, they got
beams.
slabs of cement that weigh tons and tons dangling from the ceiling.
Yeah, one lady got...
You know what I mean? It come down on one person. She died. So they ran back and they had the wrong glue they used to put the screws in.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what you use it. There's nothing strong enough to hold up 2 tons of fucking concrete when it rots.
It crushed, 8 cars?
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying on the bridge, yeah.
Unfucking believable. And like I said, they're the same company that built the Zakim Bridge here in Boston. And they're already having problems with the bridge. It's starting to twist and bow. And they said, that eventually they're going to have to shut that down at some point and redo the whole thing. After spending, what was it, $18 billion on the
Something
big
like that. And the thing's, what are we, 10 years into it?
Yeah. It's a fucking monumental waste. What a fucking joke. They should have just left the bridge the way it was. Just left the elevated bridge.
Nah, that was rotten.
Well, then
Metal.
fix it.
So I said they keep making it out of the wrong material.
Well, you can't
Now,
build...
that should have been...
I was going to say, you can't build a wooden bridge for that, Jimmy.
No, but I'm saying that's what should have been a Zakim Bridge type thing.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you, Jeremy, because this is a big problem up here. Do you have a lot of your bridges, your overpasses and stuff, literally just rotting away?
Oh, yeah. Everywhere you go, you could see it. They don't work on them around here, especially in my hometown. There's, as a matter of fact, just about a mile or 2 away from me, we call it the Lions Bridge, and you could see just chunks of the concrete coming out, if you walk under the bridge, beams rusted, and, I mean, there's not a whole lot they do
You should
to
see
keep these things up.
They did a bridge, right, where 2 major highways intersect, 495 and 93, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They worked on that bridge 3 fucking years to renovate 1 overpass. People would drive, because they were clogging traffic every morning. It's a major artery.
Right.
It was so bad they had to put up plastic barriers around the workers because people were throwing shit at them.
They deserve it.
I used to buy 2 cups of coffee every day. One to drink and one to throw out.
It's not far because they're doing a bridge. All it is an overpass. Underneath it's a rotary. I've been here 5 years. They've been working on it.
They've been working on it
and they're
longer than that.
still working on it.
It's been about 6 or 7 years that they've been
For
working on
one
this.
bridge.
For one bridge and a rotary under it.
Wow.
You know what a rotary is, right?
A
traffic
yes
circle.
and no.
They don't have them in any other part of the country.
Oh, it's a circle
you
with
mean-
ramps that come off of it.
Well, they're trying to get rid of it and make it a straight through so that you got lights and, left and right instead of going around in a circle. Because there's too many cars to keep, what do you call it?
The traffic
Merge?
Yeah, so you can merge. It's a free-for-all.
It's
Traffic
a free-for-all.
circles are literally a free-for-all. And we have them all over the place here.
They have them in Colombia, and you should say, talk about us driving bad. They're ridiculous.
Italy.
Everybody honking the horn at once going around the circle.
My dad told me Italy was the same way when he was over there. He said it was god-awful.
It's just retarded the way they treat you.
The sound volume level keeps changing.
On who?
On us, it does.
Yeah.
Why?
Because if we don't talk constantly, it starts looking.
Well, there's nothing we can do about that unless you want us to continuously talk.
No, we're going to continuously talk. Otherwise, I got to click.
Jimmy's got to tap the
snap
microphone.
the mic.
Yeah, we can
Fucking
play
1920s.
crickets.
Yeah, could you please? Just an hour of that. Yeah.
The crickets.
The bridges around here are pathetic. They're just rusting hulks.
There was another one on 128. It took 8 years to fix.
Yes,
The whole time I worked for a company.
And in Massachusetts, right, where the bridges are god-awful, you pay a thing called an excise tax, which is to maintain the roads, right? But they also have tolls. So you have both. You'd think that they'd have plenty of money to take care of it.
You think the roads would be the balls?
They're horrendous.
They're horrendous. Still garbage. Like I said, they just take the money from that. They rob from Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah. What's it cost to go over the What's it cost to go over the bridge in Revere there that brings you into Boston?
The Tobin
The
Bridge?
Tobin. It's like $6.
Yeah. And that's just for a car. It's like 12
toll bridge?
for a truck.
Yeah, in a state where you pay an excise tax on your car.
So that you don't have to go through this.
So you don't pay tolls. That was the whole idea of an
Any
excise
way they
tax.
can squeeze money out of the public.
Right.
The Mass Pike was supposed to have tolls on it until the road was paid off.
Yeah.
The road's been paid off
I
for
don't know how many
decades.
times.
And the tolls are still there. It's
Wow.
pathetic.
Yeah, it's just a way for them to collect extra money. That's all that is.
See, here in New Hampshire, we have tolls, but there's not a lot of them, and they're reasonably priced.
Right, they are. They're nothing like Mass.
And there's no excise tax. There's no sales tax. There's no income tax.
Right.
And yet we keep schools running. We keep our roads decent, a lot better than Mass.
Their property taxes are big, but you pay the whole thing all at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're not.
Right.
They're no different than they are in
Instead of
Mass.
spreading it out with gas tax, this tax, that tax.
The property taxes in New Hampshire are no worse than in Mass.
No, it depends on where in New Hampshire.
Well, yeah, that's true because it does vary huge from town to town.
Right, we're in a big city here. This thing is, what do you want to call it? But like malls and stores,
Strip malls and shit like that.
It's the whole strip. It's like 7 miles, and it's nothing but stores. Stores all the way. There ain't no houses or anything.
Yeah, restaurants, stores.
Restaurant, store. It's all commercial. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah, it's all commercial. And once you get a tax, they're not going to get rid of it.
Well, that's why I say, whenever they say they're just going to impose a tax for a certain amount of time and get rid of it, and people go, oh, it's only going to be for 3 years. It's like, when have they ever taken away
Yeah, I
a
know.
tax? Ever.
Like I said, this thing's not permanent. What Trump did. So after 8 years or something, it's going to go back to you.
It can if it doesn't get renewed, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Excuse me.
The Democrats
That's okay.
are dying to get rid of it.
Oh, they already got their new plan. They've got a plan just to put everything back to where it was.
Yeah, I know.
A friend of mine on Facebook put a post up, right, about, back in the 50s and 60s, the top 1% would tax between 76 and 91% of their income. Why can't we go back to that? It's like, you know what? Fuck you. Why don't you? You know what? Nobody's stopping you from paying 91% of your income.
Right?
Right.
I just hate the jealousy of other people that think they're entitled to other people's hard labor. Anyone?
Anyone?
Rebuttal?
Right.
Stop
Where's
watching the screen?
Yeah, I know it.
Where's the crickets?
Yeah, no shit. That would have been the perfect place. Dude, we just got whomped with like 18 inches of snow, right?
Yeah, you guys have been hit a few times in the last few weeks.
Yeah, we got another one coming. They're predicting another foot or so.
Yeah, a couple of days.
Wow.
I'm hoping this stuff's gonna melt in between.
Jesus
Otherwise, there's like
Christ.
4 feet of fucking snow on my roof.
Oh my God, my roof has got like, it literally has a foot and a half on it.
But it's been about 38, 43 degrees for the past couple of days, so I see shit melting.
And I love how the news people just fuck it, they can't get their teeth out of it. You know what I mean? It's just constant barraging
But what?
of the storm coming.
Oh.
They love it. They're like the harbingers of death. Fucking
Definitely.
idiot. Oh, what was the next thing we wanted to talk about? We kind of used up that bridge thing.
Okay,
Well-
then we got Jeff Sessions or Hawkins?
Well, Stephen Hawking's hard drive crashed.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody pushing them buttons anymore.
Definitely not.
I seen a great one. It was a picture of a motorized wheelchair, like his wheelchair,
Mhm.
and it said, "For sale, one owner."
Oh God, that's pretty bad. I like that one, but it's still pretty bad.
I put up a post last night on Facebook about it, and some people got upset. I wrote, "Yeah, it's such a shame he died, especially seeing how he was scheduled to be on this season's Dancing with the Stars."
Have you seen the Facebook meme that's got Trump where they say he mocked that handicapped man? It says Trump prepares for Stephen Hawking's eulogy.
Yeah, he's got his hand on that was great.
Yeah. Did you try?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Did you try turning him off and back on again?
He got reboot the system. You got some guy in India. Just shut it down and try it again.
Let me know when it comes back up.
And then there's one that's a picture of him approaching the stairway to heaven. Then he goes, "Shit."
Yeah, it's just stairs he can't go up them.
Yeah.
What's there no handicap ramp? The fuck?
Yeah. Apparently heaven doesn't like handicapped people.
You know
If you can't get up there by yourself, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Did you know he lived longer with ALS than any other human?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He was
Super genes.
what was it? At age 21, they gave him 2 years to live.
Yeah.
And he lived to 76.
6.
But I mean, is that really
You're gonna live
living?
longer than I am.
Is that really living, though? Trapped in a useless fucking
They treated
body?
him like a king.
Yeah, but so what?
You were the smartest person in the world and you couldn't do anything.
I think I'd rather
Right.
I'd rather be an idiot and be able to walk around and stuff.
I'm sure he wanted to walk around
Right,
to see
yeah.
what it felt like.
Right.
He did go into zero gravity. They put him in the thing where he was
That
floating
must
around.
have been
It
hysterical.
was. He was like this.
Was he in the chair?
No, it was just they were spinning him around and stuff.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I gotta see that footage. That I want to see.
That I saw.
I'm gonna look that up on YouTube.
Fox News.
Yeah, I seen a special on him, and the last time he signed his name was when he took over residency at Sir Isaac Newton's house at Cambridge,
In
because he
Cambridge,
lived in
yeah.
the same house, and they said you forgot to sign in to take possession of the residence, and that was the last time he signed his name. Must have
Right.
been a bitch fucking signing checks.
Yeah, I know. Like I
Here's
said,
your check.
you had to do power of attorney. That's for sure.
They just gave him a stamp. They put it on his forehead. He just leaned forward.
Wow. God.
Fucking Stephen Hawking rubber stamp of approval.
He did the beginning of one of the Pink Floyd songs. Yeah, they must have got it from one of his lectures. But he said, and then something changed. We began to talk.
Yeah, we began to talk.
And they never fixed that voice. They just left it that synthesized voice. They could have fixed that. But I guess it kind of became his trademark.
Because that's how he sounded before he went, right?
No.
Before he went where he couldn't talk?
No, he didn't sound like a fucking machine.
Oh, he didn't?
No. Who sounds like that, Jimmy?
Well,
Oh, no, he didn't have one of them things. Like, I know what you're talking about. The thing you stick to your throat when you get the trach or whatever.
Yeah.
No, he just couldn't talk no more because them fucking because no muscle control.
Yeah, he used a digital synthesizer.
You can't shit for yourself. You can't eat for yourself. You can't do nothing. What a horrendous.
Yeah, but he made all kinds of money.
So what? What are you going to do with this?
I know, but he took care of himself.
Yeah.
Because he could afford a staff to take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled his own weight. The whole 90.
Oh, God. That was good. I like that one.
That'd be a great epitaph.
Yeah.
Great. I pulled my own weight.
Pulled my own weight. He was born in the fucking 40s.
42.
Wow.
I got brothers and sisters that were born in the 40s.
I seen a good one on Facebook. It had a picture of Bill Nye and that guy DeGrassi, the black physicist.
Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes, and Stephen Hawking in between them, all slumped over, and it said "Weekend at Stevens."
That's a good one.
That was fucking great.
Oh my God, I haven't seen very many of them except for a few a friend of mine sent me earlier today. I said, God, you're horrible.
Do you know what? I think I think he'd get a kick out of all the jokes. To tell you the truth.
Oh yeah, he probably would. He most certainly probably would.
I mean, let's face it, he knew what he was. I mean, he knew. He was just a lump of flesh.
Excuse crap out of me, I'm choking over here.
Are you burning something over there?
No, I'm just dying, that's all.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Right, we start dying the moment we're born. Nobody realizes it.
Life is a terminal disease with no cure.
Yeah,
the clock starts and you can't stop it.
Nope. They will eventually. Someday they will.
Actually, they're getting closer and closer. People are living longer and longer.
They'll find the gene that causes aging.
No, and the key to this is stem cells. They'll make all different parts. They'll make it out of your umbilical cord when you're born. They'll freeze it, they'll save it, and everything you need later on in life, they're going to get from your umbilical cord.
Yeah, but by the time they succeed in pulling that off, you'll have robots.
I'll be dead.
We'll be sitting at home on a virtual reality machine, going to work, sitting on our couch.
I can handle that. I can handle a meaningless life like that.
I would fall asleep sitting there like that for 8 hours a day.
Straightens itself out when there's too much of one species. You know what I mean? Something else will grow up and take it away. It's the same thing with what we just talked about.
What do you mean, like evolution? Something's going to evolve to take us out?
Yeah.
Well,
if there's too many of us, something will take us out.
It does sound feasible, like the natural order of things.
Right, it'll be a bacteria or something.
That's the one you gotta fear.
Well, that's what we started from, according to the theory of evolution. We started from bacteria turned into monkeys, and then humans.
Yep, and I believe in evolution 100%.
Stuff come out of the ocean and made it on land.
Yeah, I mean they obviously didn't get it exactly right, but the premise is it's how it happened.
You know how delicate it was when we first started, when the first piece of bacteria come out of water?
Right.
You know what I mean? Something could have happened and then just totally blew that away and it never happened again.
Well, I had somebody ask me, one time how we got here, they wanted to know what my theories were. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't have one?
Cue the crickets.
Where were you going with that one?
Yeah. There you go. I was going to say, what is he? Jesus Christ. And, Jeremy, your theory?
Yeah, I'm here. Somebody entered the room, and I had to mute the mic before they got caught on the air.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We don't care if somebody's in the background talking.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
That's
So
all
I
right.
just
Don't worry
muted
about
it.
it.
But anyway, they were asking me, what my thoughts were on evolution and God and everything else, and I said, well, I think like a lot of scientists do, we started from the Big Bang, and they come back and they said, how do you know that wasn't God's chosen way to build the Earth?
There could be a design in it. I mean, I personally don't believe in God, but I mean, there could be a design in it, and it's meant to happen this way.
Right. Well, I didn't have an answer for that. I was dumbfounded. I was like, well, crap. I thought I was smart enough to get around that. I failed.
But the Bible is just complete and utter bull when it comes to it. The earth was created in 7 days. Man came from Adam and Eve. It's stupid.
Well, it was a pretty big bang.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that was the first and only Big Bang.
Yeah, it started from a microscopic ball of gas.
Well, highly compressed matter.
Right.
Oh, thank you. All the
There's
matter
the
in the universe that's been
compressed
here
gas.
has always been here, and it always will be here.
Mm-hmm. You can't destroy matter or create it.
Right, you can change it. You can change matter into energy, but it's always still here.
Yeah, it's always going to be here. It never goes away. It just either changes forms or goes to, develops into something different. Like you might die and your energy come back as a rock.
Yeah, I was watching this thing on TV. I forget what it was about, but it was this religious family. And the kid comes home from school and he's talking to his parents, and they were talking about evolution and stuff, the history of,
Right.
geology and all that. And the guy's like, yeah, and they're saying that the world's 4.5 billion years old, and I feel sorry for them people. And they're all sitting around laughing and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. You are an idiot. You are cattle. You're sheep. You just listen to what some guy that has no idea of what he's talking about. He's just reading from a book that was written by other people. Somehow people think that the Bible was written by God.
Yeah, I know it. It's, I said, it's written by man for man.
Yeah. To serve man.
So well, I don't know what God's got to do with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's what was I? Shoot, I done lost it. Damn. Let me find the soundboard. There's an answer for what just happened.
Did you just have a brain fart there, Johnny?
Yes, I did. I had
Get out of your eyes again.
Yeah, I had a few words on the tip of my tongue, and about the time I went to say it, they were gone.
You pulled a Jenny.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I do it a lot. That's the sad part.
I got into an argument with the priest. This is the God's honest truth. At my aunt's house, one of her kids got married, one of my cousins, and they invited the priest and a brother. If you don't know what a brother is, they're like in the monk suits with the hoodies and stuff.
Right.
And so we're sitting around, and now me and the priest are drinking pretty good and going back and forth. Oh, and not to mention, he had the reddest, like a Ted Kennedy face. You know when you get drunk and you see them people that get their faces
Red
get
face.
deep red?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Big fucking nose on him, big gin blossom.
You know how to, I'm not much on religion, but you know how to shut somebody up when, as far as God is concerned? Ask them, what do you imagine he looks like?
They'll tell you he looks like Moses, or like he's got, that the long hair and the beard and the robe, like everyone draws him. That's what they'll tell you. That's what he looks like. Or they'll say, well, that's beyond human perception. It's too much for a human mind to deal with.
Right, he's not human.
Yeah, but it says he made us in his own image.
Well, that's why he made Jesus in his own image.
And Jesus looked like us.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I think my sister is listening to the radio show. I'm getting harassing text messages.
Anything good?
No, she didn't really say anything bad. I was just kind of teasing her because I think she's listening. It says Hawking was a bright man, too many illegals in this country, and Eve rules. we were talking. Eve, we talking about Adam and Eve earlier.
Oh, okay.
I got a good joke about that, but I'm not going to say it over the air.
Oh, yeah?
Well, that's no fun.
Well, okay.
Well, she says maybe God is a woman.
Oh, God, please, no.
He's got to be if he's this fucked up.
I
You know what I mean? He's running the world the way it is. It's got to be a woman running.
That's funny.
I was working a temp job, right? And there was a lot of Spanish people there. And you had to wear these smocks. And it was my first day, so they didn't have a smock with my name on it. So the guy, Pedro, hands me a smock. Says Jesus on it, right? I look at him, I go, I'm not wearing that. He goes, what do you mean? I go, it says Jesus on it. He goes, no, that's Jesus. I go, look, dude, where I come from, that says Jesus. I go, and second of all, I'm an atheist. And I'm not wearing that. He goes, you're an atheist? I go, yeah, swear to God. He put the smock back, pulled one out. He goes, this one says Joe. Are you okay with that?
That's pretty funny. All right, I'm going to keep laughing until we say something else.
That's all right. Let the religious right come and get me. I don't care.
Should we do commercials?
Yeah, why don't we do a commercial?
I didn't set it up for commercials. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, well, we never do them, and we should be doing them. We're supposed to.
Yeah. No! It's halfway through. We do them every hour.
If you don't want to do them, that's fine. I don't care. I'm just trying to pay the station's bills here. Well, we do have a sponsor that's an insurance company, so that's fitting. So.
I just blew it.
That's all right. We can just keep going. Fuck the commercials.
No, I mean, I got a feeling we're going to get knocked off the broadcast.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
Again. Yeah.
Here we go again. And
technical difficulties there.
What did I text you a little while ago, Jeremy? When you said you were going to go on Facebook?
Yeah. Oh, God. I'm sitting on Facebook, but I got it on the live screen, so I don't want to take it down. I'll have to go read your message on my phone.
No. But I'll refresh your memory. I said as long as it doesn't interfere with the broadcast, you're going on Facebook.
Right. And then he is interfering.
Yeah. I said, we always have some technical difficulties, but we don't have to add to them. Well, we just added to them.
Oops. Where's the any key?
Yeah. Stop playing music.
Right. Uh-oh, crickets.
Yeah, well, no matter what we say now, nobody's hearing us, so you might as well hold down the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Although we are
Damn.
still recording.
Right, we are recording, so let's keep going.
Okay.
Boobies.
Boobies.
Do you know what we need is one of them sound effects that goes like, wah, wah, wah.
Ah, that's a good one. I'm glad you just mentioned that. I hadn't thought of that one yet.
All right,
let's see how fast I can...
Oh, we're back. Yay! Actually, I should say boo. This show sucks.
I really got to keep my eye on this.
Yeah. Are you going to give up on the commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's
give
what
up.
started this, was the commercial.
Yeah, we got to learn not to do shit like that. Let's not rock the boat anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, stop rocking the boat.
Something to consider.
Well, Jeremy, do you have a subject that is near and dear to your heart that you would like to discuss?
Well, I don't know about near and dear to my heart, but I've been thinking about that school shooting in Florida all day, and some of the stuff that's come out about it. Just this is going to make it possible for huge conspiracy theories to just run amok. Or they may be right, and they may be wrong, but just days.
Are we going to piss?
Okay, I'm getting echo real bad, but just days before that shooting, the Secret Service was there. The school was having a what they call active shooter drills, and the Secret Service was there, as they put it, to brief them on new protocols for active shooter drills. Now, this is a job that should have not only fallen to the school staff first, but to the local PD, the county PD, and state PD. And then if all else fails, maybe, and this is pushing it, the FBI, which obviously the FBI dropped the ball on that big time.
Oh, Jesus Christ, did they?
Yeah, did they?
Why was the Secret Service there for that? That was overkill, if indeed that's what they were actually there for.
Yeah, the Secret Service protects the president and our currency.
Yeah, so why were they there? And then the FBI, not once, but twice, chose to ignore warnings that were phoned in about this Nicholas Cruz and his behavior and his apparent thoughts of shooting up the school.
Yeah, a kid from Boston was one of the people that contacted the FBI. He knew him somehow.
Yeah.
And he contacted him. And
I
said,
thought
this
it was
guy's...
somebody from D.C.
There was a kid from Boston did, too.
Oh, okay.
And said, this guy, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
maybe they were Facebook friends or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't have to live with them. Or be in the same state.
Right, yeah. And said, this guy's, he's going to go off. And he did. And then, you know what I get a kick out of? Is if the FBI admits they fucked up, right?
Yeah, I know.
And everyone goes, well, they admitted they fucked up.
Isn't that nice?
That's great.
They're all getting
Right.
a pension, though.
Nobody's
Yeah, they're all
fucking
going to get their
rolled.
Nobody's
pension.
heads rolled. No, it's hard to fire somebody from the government, and they made it that way on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the
look
one
at the-
No more covering up of civil servants. That's just bullshit.
Yep.
You do something wrong, you get fired like everybody else.
Or prosecuted if it's negligence.
Right. Well, if it's a crime.
Well, yeah, the thing that gets me the most about this is they say Nicholas Cruz showed up via an Uber driver, right? He was supposedly in the building for 6 minutes, roughly. He got out of the Uber driver's car, right, in his plain Jane street clothes with a duffel bag, walks into the building, past a hallway full of students and school staff. Nobody seems to be worried or says anything about it. Nobody stops him. He goes into the bathroom, changes out of his street clothes into a full suit of body armor, including face mask and helmet, goes out into the hallway, starts shooting, kills 17 people, then stops, goes back into the bathroom, changes back into his street clothes, and then by this point, the halls are full, not only full of students and staff, but there is now a ton of law enforcement in the building at this time. He goes back out into the hallway after changing and goes through the school, gets out of the building, and this is on foot, and makes it past all the law enforcement that's outside the building in 6 minutes.
Doesn't that stink?
6
Doesn't
total
that-
minutes. That's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, it's every failure that possibly could have happened in his advantage.
That is impossible.
The odds are astronomical. That kid should have not went into that school and did a shooting. He should have went to fucking Vegas and played fucking the roulette wheel.
Why? He was
How lucky he was that day? Every fucking possible way they could have screwed up to him to allow him to do this. They did.
They went to his house 39 times.
39 times he was
Between
called to
the
that
sheriffs
house.
and the cops.
And they
Yeah.
warned after his mother died that he was a fucking powder keg ready to blow.
Right.
Well, yeah,
So the guy that took him in there, he said he was. We had no idea he had this kind of a problem.
well, and something else that amazes me about this is when they found him, he was a few miles away from the building, on foot, almost into the next town over.
Did he still have his duffel bag?
From the video and
No,
pictures I've seen, he did not. He did not
So he
have it.
left it in the school. Okay.
But he walked He wasn't trying to hide, apparently, through public places and down public streets, just strolled almost into the next town over before any law enforcement saw or stopped him. This doesn't sound like a kid who just shot up a building. This sounds like a kid who's he's just walking home or wherever he was going. I mean, if you just shot someplace up, would you be walking on a public street waiting on the law enforcement to find you?
Oh, well, it depends on the mindset. Some people at that point know it's pretty much over with. It's just a question of time.
Yeah.
So they just, he's basically surrendering in his own mind. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that's a possible theory.
That is a possible theory, but he clearly didn't have any intentions on hurting himself. He clearly intended on surviving whatever the case was. If he was the shooter, in fact, the shooter, he obviously didn't want to hurt himself.
Right, he probably wanted to become famous.
And well, this is true too, but this stuff doesn't add up. How could he get that far away without getting stopped?
That I agree with. All the failures from the FBI to the local police to the school to everything. The failures were rampant, and it just doesn't seem like.
But the teachers told the kids go after the politicians, change the rules. That's what the teachers told the kids, and they were right behind it 100%. Look at me, look at me. Are you proud of me?
Well, the teachers are using students as pawns to pass their liberal agenda.
They're indoctrinated, right? Educated.
That's nothing new. They had up here in Mass, the Quincy school teachers went out on strike because they were going to have to pay like another 2% of their health insurance.
Right.
So they walked out of school, took the kids with them, gave the kids signs to hold up.
Right. See, this is bullshit.
Well, yeah, not only that, we're here in my home state, we're hearing that hundreds of students have been suspended or expelled for joining in on that.
Good.
Which, yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. That's the way it should be. They're protesting, as they put it, for their defense, their right to live, by protesting my right to defend myself.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. They have, first of all, who the hell cares what some 16-year-old kid thinks? I don't give a fuck.
They're not seasoned enough to understand the implications of what they're protesting.
Do you know what I said to Jimmy the other day? We were talking about this. I'd like to walk up to these snot-nosed kids, right? And say, do you know what? Can I see your electric bill for this month? Or your rent bill? Or your tax bill? Can I see them? Oh, you don't got one of them because mommy and daddy take care of everything? Shut up!
Yeah, no shit. And then it's that David Hoke kid. There's some evidence out there, which I haven't seen it. As far as I know, it's just rumors, but he supposedly graduated in 2015.
Yeah, I've heard conflicting stories on that, but I did see a video of a kid. It was on Facebook. Somebody put it up. and the kid's pointing, it's like a cell phone video.
Yeah.
And he's pointing to David Hogg. And he goes, I don't know why this kid's here. He doesn't go to this school. He graduated a couple years ago. But he is my debate partner.
Huh. Who's this?
Evidently at that school before it got shot up. It's David Hogg sitting there, and he's laughing when the kid's pointing to him saying he doesn't go to school here.
Okay.
But it was filmed before the shooting.
So they allowed students to come back into the school.
I don't know. It just seems weird. He says he doesn't go to school here. He goes, but he is on my debate team.
Yeah. What I want to know,
because I used to go back to my old schools and see the teachers as a kid, and I got a lot out of it.
I could have given 2 fucks once I walked out of that door.
When I went back, I got a lot more out of it as me than anything else.
I could have cared less.
What I also would like to know is if there are so many damn security cameras on the outside of this building, where in the fuck are the security cameras on the inside of the building? Why are we not seeing footage from that?
Why are we seeing the footage just of the cop? Why aren't we seeing any footage of him? Have you seen any?
I'm sure he's on them.
No, and
I haven't seen any, so
But
I might be
the
wrong.
cops won't let them go. They only let go what they can. They already know the guy was a coward, and the sheriff hated him, and that's why he put the video out. Otherwise, that video we would never
That's not
saw.
what I'm talking about.
We would have never saw that video.
Oh, now I get you.
If he was covering up for him.
Right, okay. Because I haven't seen any of him, the shooter. I haven't seen any video of him. I might be wrong of you.
No, he hated the guy that didn't go in.
Well, if you noticed in the video footage we have seen of this officer, up until the tail end of the video, he shows absolutely no fear or concern that there's anything even wrong.
Right. You don't see him, hiding behind anything or...
No, which to me is a clear indication that there's actually nothing going on until the very end of the video. You see him and another person running.
How do they fake all these deaths if it's not real?
Well, we didn't say it wasn't real. Just saying it could be a false flag, a setup. It could it actually happened, I'm sure, but it didn't happen the way we're being told it happened.
Was supposedly a conspiracy too.
Yeah, basically that's what it means by a false flag.
They never showed any video of the kids.
They're tearing the building down.
Is it?
Which one?
Yeah, Newton.
The one in Parkland.
No. Yeah, that's what they need.
They're going to tear it down and rebuild it at a cost of some astronomical
the government's
amount of money.
going to pay for it. The city ain't.
Well, yeah. So
that's what this was all over. We need a new school building, so we're going to go kill 17 students.
Yeah, I know it.
You should see the one they built, the new high school / junior high they built in my old hometown. Holy shit. It's amazing. But the pictures inside, it literally looks like a prison if you look at it. But I hear this, it's state of the art.
There is a local school over here that the layout and design is identical to a prison. Matter of fact, I think they used the design for a prison nearby. Actually.
Good. That's what these kids need. A little smack of reality.
Well, that's what's going to happen. We're going to be needing more prisons because there's going to be more people going to jail because these people are going to hold jobs when they get out. They're all fucking activists.
Well,
they think if the fight, the rules don't apply.
You know,
in their mind.
The only business in the entire country that is a close second to the pharmaceutical business is the prison business.
Yeah. I don't like the idea, and don't get me wrong, I like privatized institutions better than government institutions, but prisons, that one kind of seems a little, because you want prisoners, so you make money.
Well, yeah, they're making money hand over fist, cheap labor, the government pays them for, whatever the prisoners need, the government put them there. I mean, the people who run the prisons are the ones making the money.
Right, that's exactly what I mean. The owner of the prison or the board of directors or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the warden's just a figurehead.
Right, but I'm sure that it's to his advantage to keep that prison full because it's fucking job security.
Of course. Well, yeah, it's job security for him. It's job security for the people who, on the board who oversee everything.
Right.
The less prisoners they have, the less money they make.
Because they put you in prison for the damnedest things now. If you get caught driving a car without a license in Massachusetts,
since they came out with the DNA tracing and all the people that were falsely convicted, just on that alone, we get other technologies that are going to come out and prove other people wrong. But they don't give a fuck. It all comes down to the DA. He's out to put you in jail whether he believes you did it or didn't do it.
Yeah, he's trying
Even if he knows you didn't do it, he's still going to put you in jail. That's bullshit.
Look at the lacrosse players, the Duke lacrosse players.
Yeah.
The fucking DA knew. He knew they didn't do it. And he withheld the evidence.
It's not a fair fight anymore. This ain't justice.
Yeah, here's another thing I never understood. They always say that the prosecution and the defense have a level playing field, right? They don't. The defense can't grant immunity to witnesses for their testimony.
Right.
The prosecution can. So how do you call it a level playing field?
Yeah. It's not.
No, and even when you see these cases where there's really good evidence and they should have a second trial, and a judge can just arbitrarily say, nope. Well, we have new evidence to enter, and it's good evidence.
Well,
I'm not going to hear the case.
You look at the Making a Murderer Stephen Avery case, then they've got overwhelming evidence to get a retrial and can't. They keep getting denied.
Of course, because it makes them look bad.
You're going to go drag the police through the fucking mud.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the police.
The same department twice.
Everybody, right up the line.
Yep. And they're not going to have egg on their face
Right
no
up to
matter
the
what.
judge.
Yeah, Manitowoc County in Wisconsin thought $30 million was bad when they wrongfully imprisoned Stephen Avery for rape.
Right.
Imagine what would happen if he was proven innocent of this murder conviction.
And that he was not just that he was innocent, he was literally set up.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a conspiracy on a huge scale. You got cops conspiring with the DA conspiring with the judge.
And it's very easy that they would. It's not inconceivable. I'm not far-fetched, you know what I mean? This is very considerable shit.
Oh yeah, it's definitely plausible. I wouldn't doubt it. Because you see the arrogance in these fucking people, especially judges. I believe you got to have a system of justice. You gotta, but it's gotta be executed fairly. And these judges aren't fucking gods. They're people.
They're
gods.
They're not legislators. They bring it out like calling Trump's band. You can't do this.
But it's not even that. It's just they think they're above human beings. It's like you're a judge. You're a lawyer that knew the right dick to suck.
Right.
Right.
I mean, now all of a sudden you think you're the greatest thing on earth.
Yeah, that you're like fucking royalty or something. Fuck you, Your Honor. Why do I have to call a judge Your Honor?
I like to do a lot of checking into all these judges' backgrounds. You know, like they do for presidents and stuff to let them go through. Yeah, there'd be all kinds of shit.
That's why I like electing judges. Because they have to run for an election, so that shit does come out.
Right.
Because the other side's going to bring it up.
Yeah, anointing judges is not right.
Well, you look at the judge that was involved in the cases against Lavoy Finicum, who was killed, the Mulhauer Reserve, the Bundy Ranch, where the BLM illegally seized cattle. Gloria Navarro, that's the judge's name. She threw out witnesses, threw out evidence, denied tons of stuff, trying to get these guys convicted. Even tried them, I believe it was 4 fucking times before they finally stopped and gave up.
Yeah, because they were getting acquittal after acquittal, and they just said, we're going to keep going, we're going to keep going.
It was mind-boggling what this judge was trying to do to convict these guys.
Yeah, because she's under the thumb of the feds.
Yeah, she was a federal judge.
Yeah.
And
she's getting paid by the same people.
Had she succeeded, our rights would be a deep shit right now.
We would have lost them.
Well, that's why every once in a while...
It would have set precedent.
Absolutely. That's why every once in a while I like seeing some of these court cases like after Ruby Ridge, when they tried, and they were all acquitted.
Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't. What's his name? I forget.
Randy Weaver.
Randy Weaver.
Yeah, Randy Weaver. His wife and
for the original charge.
For the original charge.
Yeah, his wife and I believe 13-year-old daughter at the time were killed.
Son.
I thought it was a daughter for some reason.
It was a son.
His daughter survived. Him and the daughter survived.
Yeah, I seen her interviewed by William Shatner. What a fucking interview! Wow. If you can find it on YouTube, Jeremy, look it up. William Shatner interviews. I forget her name. Weaver.
I forget her name, but Randy Weaver's daughter.
Fucking great interview. I didn't think Shatner had it in him. He did a fucking great job. She was so matter of fact and shit. Yes, she is. Hearing her talking about this, it fucking makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck. It's chilling.
Yeah, you remember any of the stuff William Shatner was in?
I've been a fan of Shatner my whole life, except for I hated T.J. Hooker. That show blew.
didn't
Yeah,
like it.
yes, it did. That's the show I had in mind when I asked that question. I could not stand that show.
Who's the blonde that made it on what do you put a poster on your wall?
Farrah?
Was it? She was in there?
No, Heather Locklear.
Heather Locklear.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one.
She's a mess now.
Yeah, I know. Well, she's 60-something.
No, I mean, she's a mess all around.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She's 60-something.
And fucking Adrian Zmed.
Who's he?
He was the guy, his partner. And
Oh, teach it the...
yeah, he also did Solid Gold.
Sarah Weaver, right?
Say that again?
Sarah Weaver, Randy Weaver's daughter.
That's her name,
Oh, okay,
Darryl?
that's her name. Find the interview. William Shatner interviews her. It's a fucking great interview. He also interviewed Getz, Bernie Getz, the subway shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking great interview. Wow.
I am
Shatner had his talk show, right?
Yeah, he interviewed. It was an interview show.
Yeah.
Wow, he did like 12 of them, and they were all great. Because I was surprised, because I thought he was just going to talk over everyone, because he's a big personality. You know what I mean?
Right.
Excellent interview, and just let them talk.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
there's a ton of video clips of that interview on YouTube. A bunch. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, check them out, because it's a really good interview.
Yeah, they're looking at Waco, Texas, and the Branch Davidian incident like that too. Now, wondering if the feds overreacted, as they put it, and
Wondering?
tear gassing the building, running a tank through the side of it, and then burning it to the ground.
Yeah, no.
I think that's an
and killing
overreaction.
80 innocent people.
Yeah, and the feds actually said the Branch Davidians set that building on fire in order to avoid
That's a
coming
lie.
out.
Do you know what? Even if they
They
did,
wouldn't have set their own kids on fire. That's a crock of shit.
even if they did,
No,
like
they
the place.
didn't.
I'm just saying, Jimmy. Let me finish the thought. Even if they did like the building, the feds put that into motion by tear gassing them and driving a tank through the wall.
Exactly.
They could have backed off. Eventually, they would have come out. They just wanted to make a big show for the people.
Well, I have a sound for the feds and for you guys.
Excellent. You know what? That's great. I'd say to find something, he finds it instantly.
Well, I don't know about instant.
No, but if you found it,
Yeah, I found it. I was playing that through the TeamSpeak soundboard.
oh really?
They have a
Yeah.
soundboard?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
You
a
didn't know that,
plugin
Jimmy?
you can
No,
download. You Google it. Google TeamSpeak soundboard. It's a plugin. You download it, install it, and then when you bring the plugin up, all you got to do is pick your sounds.
Oh, really?
Oh, we're gonna have to check that out and have some fun with it, Jim. Just see what fucked up shit we can find.
I'd have to write this down because I didn't find this.
That's
I've
right.
been
Do you
doing
know what,
this
after-
5 years, and I do nothing but TeamSpeak,
Yeah.
but talk.
After the show, Jeremy, once Jimmy switches over to the next show, and who is the next show, by the way, Jimmy?
Something to consider with Catrice Barnes.
There you go.
Her guest tonight is Marie Ryan.
There you go. There you go. Everyone that's listening, keep
We got
listening.
about 4 minutes, 3 minutes,
Yeah, that's
somewhere
fine.
around there.
We're not doing too bad, I guess. This show went by pretty quick.
Yeah. It started out a little sluggish, but we got into the swing of things.
Feels like I just got on here.
Well, make sure you stay on, because once we switch over to the next show, stay on it. We want to talk to you for a few minutes. Not the
All
bad.
Uh-oh. I'm not in trouble, am I?
No. That's what. Do you got something you want to mention or plug?
Not off the top of my head, honestly.
Jimmy,
I'm
is
not-
anything?
I am not much good at
Well, that's what I'm just saying. 'Cause
plugging
I don't
stuff.
I don't want to open up a subject and start talking, and we're done. And
Jeff Sessions, let's end with him.
All right, let's end with Jeff.
He's an asshole who should be fired.
Okay, I'm cool with that one.
No, he just did so. Oh, he's got till Friday night to fire McCabe. Otherwise, he gets his pension. And I'm hoping he fires him.
Well, honestly, I don't think he's going to. Personally,
I think he should be deserved because he knows what he did. He's the reason why they got the false dossier. He's the reason why they went up against for the FISA court and they
used false information to get warrants.
Yeah, they bullshitted the judge.
But he's also refusing to investigate Hillary Clinton.
All right, we got less than a minute here. 4 seconds. We got to wrap this up.
There's clear evidence that he did that. Clear evidence Hillary's guilty, and he's not investigating it.
All right, Jimmy, wrap it up with where we can be reached and stuff.
Pod Talk.
Thursday nights, 8 p.m. on this fine network.
The radio.
The radio.
And
we're not doing Facebook yet.
Hey, want me to give you the phone?
We haven't worked out the kinks on that.
I never gave out the phone number tonight.
Good, I'm glad.
That's right.
I fucking hate that 1-800 number. I really do. And it's not just me. We're not the only ones having trouble with that. Just to put that out there, we're not the only show having trouble with that.
Yeah, I know. We're having trouble with the phone. Sometimes we can get them, and sometimes you don't. It's annoying. It's what it is. It's very annoying.
But we're going to keep trying until we get it right. We will.
I'm waiting for it to get better, and then I'm going to bring it in.
Yeah.
All right, folks. You have a good week. We'll see you next Thursday.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Actually, we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock
on All In.
With me, Paul, Donald Wisman, and Dave Coos.
And Jeremy Gibbs.
Jeremy Gibbs and Shannon Griffin.
We're not sure if she'll be on, but she may.
She may.
Who's Jeremy?
Yeah.
Who the hell is that guy? Good night.
The asshole we hired, but we don't pay.
You should find.
I was fun. I was charming. I was lucky. Tell me